Hey guys, welcome to our review of Blue Beetle issue number 9. In the last issue of Blue Beetle, we saw the end of the whole entire Stopwatch storyline as Jaime tries to apprehend him. But basically, Stopwatch actually escapes, and we actually learn about this shadowy, mysterious figure that we've been introduced to in the last couple of issues, actually an alien bounty hunter for the Guardians trying to hunt down Green Lanterns. And this alien bounty hunter is specifically going after Kyle Rayner, who appears at the end of last month's issue. And that's where that issue ends, and that's where this issue picks up. We see, Jaime Reyes, or Blue Beetle, is confronted by the new Guardians, confronted by the Red Lantern, Blaze, Gloomy, and Kyle Rayner. So yeah, he's confronted by them, and of course the armor, or the Scarab, Kajida, senses them as, of course, danger, because the Green Lanterns are the Reach's nemesis or greatest enemy. So of course he goes into defensive mode and tries to attack each and every one of these new Guardian members. Of course, they first attack Blaze, and she gets frozen, but she escapes out of it. And we learn that actually Kyle Rayner's power battery is actually running out. His ring's running out of power. He's only at 2%. So he's running out of power, slowly. But now the bounty hunter is about to make his move. And as Blaze actually comes back and tries to attack Jaime, and Kyle Rayner and Gloomy are actually distracted, the bounty hunter fires a bullet, and this bullet hits Kyle, but doesn't kill him. It just drains his power, so his ring loses all its energy and he falls to the ground. But before he actually falls to the ground, Jaime comes along and actually rescues him and catches him, which is really nice of him to do. And then, of course, still being distracted, the bounty hunter shoots Gloomy, and now Gloomy disappears, and we don't know what happens to him. But in the end, the bounty hunter comes out and grabs Kyle Rayner, because he's weak, and of course he tells him his motive, that the Guardians has hired him to hunt down every single Green Lantern, or hunt down a Green Lantern, which was him. And Kyle Rayner was like, "What? The Guardians told you to kill me? What's going on here?" And in the end, of course, Blue Beetle knows that Kyle Rayner has ran out of batteries, but he knows Green Lantern's a good guy. So he rushes into his apartment where he has located the Green Lantern energy or power source. So he grabs the Green Lantern and rushes towards Kyle Rayner, gives him the lantern, and in the end, of course, saves Kyle Rayner, and they kick the bounty hunter's butt. And in the end, the bounty hunter says, "I'm gonna get you one day. You, Blue Beetle, okay? The Reach, I will get you. Don't worry, I will come back and get you." And in the end, basically, Kyle Rayner and Blue Beetle have a conversation, and Jaime tells Kyle Rayner that he's in New York City trying to find someone to actually help him be able to harness his powers and abilities. So in the end, they have a conversation, and basically, of course, Kajida doesn't trust Kyle Rayner because he's a Green Lantern, but of course, it's malfunctioning, so of course, Jaime has control here. So he reveals his identity in front of Kyle Rayner, but Kyle Rayner says, whoa, slow down, buddy. Slow down, buddy. Don't try to reveal your identity. That's #1 rule if you're going to be a superhero. Don't reveal your identity. Even if you trust someone, don't do it. And yeah, he tries to prevent him from revealing his identity even further, and they basically talk with one another, and Kyle actually does sort of want to help Jaime out, and he analyzes the suit, and the ring, actually gives him information that it's actually from the Reach, that it's a Scarab that belongs to the Reach, and basically they're mortal enemies against the Reach, the Green Lanterns and the Reach, and that they're actually attacking the Blue Lanterns right now. So Kyle Rayner, hearing this information, decides to rush towards the Blue Lanterns' home planet and, aid them. And of course leaves Jaime there, but he tells Jaime, "Don't worry, I don't know when I'll be back, but if I do, I'll help you out, but just stay out of trouble." And he rushes towards the Blue Lantern's home planet, and Blaze goes back to her Red Lantern planet. I don't know where she goes, because I don't read her issue, or I don't read, the Red Lantern's issue, so I don't really know what's going on there. And then we actually get a little bit of information again, yet with what's going on in El Paso, Texas with Jaime's parents, that the police officer has told them that Jaime's alive and he's in New York City. And then we learn about Brenda getting a large sum of money that her aunt has given her if she was presumed either dead or she was missing for a certain amount of time. And basically she leaves her with a lot of money. And that's how this issue ends. Now this issue... it's really interesting. I really didn't like it. I mean, I did enjoy it. It had its funny moments when Blaze, the Red Lantern, was actually on top of Jaime. Kaji does says, registering metabolic arousal, or no, God damn it. He says registering metabolic arousal. Oh my God, I can't say that word. Arousal. You get a boner, yes, yeah, so that was sort of true, and it was a funny moment because even Jaime actually grabbed his crotch and, scrunched up his knees together, saying like, oh no, the suit likes to morph sometimes, it just likes to morph out of nowhere, it has its mind of its own, but it's technically, yeah, his junk is actually going up, which is pretty funny here. But yet again, we're introduced to a new villain that basically, this time he's captured like Stopwatch, he's escaped. So you're getting introduced to so many of these villains, and they could be a recurring villain for Blue Beetle that they are going to come back to actually haunt him sooner or later. They're going to actually come back and Blue Beetle's going to have to fight him. Maybe when he actually sort of becomes a true hero, he's going to have the skills to actually take down Stopwatch and this alien bounty hunter. Who knows? And this alien bounty hunter reminded me of that alien from Ben 10 who wanted to actually capture the Omnitrix. I don't remember his name, but he had those tentacles around his under his chin. Yes, I said tentacles. Don't think wrong, but yeah, he has these tentacles under his chin. So he reminded me of that villain from Ben 10, so which is really interesting. But yeah, I really didn't like this issue because of the fact that I was actually talking to one of my YouTubers or one of my subscribers. You know who you are. But yeah, he was mentioning that in the next issue, actually the military or the U.S. Army is going to be against Jaime, or the government's going to try to capture him or apprehend him, because we all know right now he isn't the greatest guy in the world. He isn't the greatest superhero in the world. He's potentially considered a villain or a criminal. But yeah, later on we actually see Booster Gold come in, and then we were talking about how Booster Gold could actually be the hero that could actually teach Jaime a thing or two about being a hero. But now that I think about it, reading this issue about Kyle Rayner, I really thought that he could be the one to actually teach Blue Beetle. I'm not saying for sure that he will, but he did generally, come out wanting to actually sort of help him in a way, talking to him, and, the matter of fact, telling him, don't reveal your identity to anybody, even if you trust him. And this really does bring down a topic, because in the old series, like I said, Jaime does potentially reveal his identity to Brenda, Paco, and his parents. He does reveal his identity to them. But for Kyle Rayner saying that, I don't know if this could play in a role where he can't actually reveal his identity even though he trusts them. But hopefully he does do sooner or later. But what's interesting is that he does, Jaime says, I want to learn how to, use my abilities to protect my family, to, keep them from danger, which is really nice of him. That's his original intentions in the old series. But I really think Kyle Rayner would be a good mentor for, Jaime, because Kyle Rayner is no younger than, well, actually he's pretty young as as a Green Lantern, but he's not that old, maybe in his mid-20s. But still, he can actually teach Jaime a thing or two, because he just started off being a Green Lantern a while back, so he can actually be on the same spot, and maybe Jaime can relate to him, which is really interesting. I can't wait till Blue Beetle, starts picking up even more, because it seems like it's going to be really good, because I actually saw a cover art for, I think, issue number 12 of Blue Beetle, and you saw the Scarlet Beetle come back, so I was just like, yeah, it's going to get good soon. So guys, keep picking this issue up, or keep picking this series up, because things are actually starting to pick up. I'm not saying that it's a bad issue. It's a really good issue. This issue was great. It just had a guest appearance with, the new Guardians. Didn't really have to do much with Blue Beetle, but maybe in a way it did have to do a little bit more, but still interesting issue. I really liked it. Highly recommend you guys pick this issue up. And yeah, hopefully things are going to start picking up, because he's going to be fighting against the government, or they're going to try to capture him, and Booster Gold's about to make an appearance here. So yeah, just keep picking this issue up. It's going good so far. It's going good. I love this issue. It was really nice to read, actually, just to see a little crossover. And I have to mention, I will be getting the New Guardians issue number 9 series or comic book, because I actually want to see how the Reach fights against the Blue Lanterns. I really want to see that, which is interesting there, and how Kyle Rayner helps them out too. So yeah, that's my review and my thoughts on Blue Beetle issue number 9. So hopefully you guys like this review, and thank you for watching.